Baku gagné. That's a nice person. Where healing now? There.
Barely visible office.
Mais putain de là-bas!
Curiosity.
J'arrive, mais là, micro, s'il te plaît, je suis dans le match.
Military, man, what the fuck? Qui est arrivé là? Ah, you 27. What the
Fuck off. Oh, ja.
MSP has we lost it.
Dat is dus die speed dat ik in tuur, man. Non, 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 micro, je vais prendre là.
This is the story of a man named Stanley. Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number 427. Employee number 427.
Maman, il te là, man.
He sat at his desk and he pushed buttons on a keyboard. Orders came to him through telling him what buttons to push, how long to push them, and in what order. This is what employee 427 did every day of every year. And although others might have considered Stanley relished every moment that the orders came in, as though he had been made exactly for this job.
Nice.
Stanley was happy.
What?
Happened. Something that would forever change Stanley. Something he would never quite forget. He had been at his desk for nearly an hour when he realized that not one single order had arrived on the monitor for him. No one had showed up to give him instructions, call a meeting, or even say hi. Never in all his years at the company had this happened. This complete isolation. Something was very clearly wrong. Shocked, frozen solid, Stanley found himself unable to move for the longest time. But as he came to his wits and regained his senses, he got up from his desk and stepped out of his office.
Dégage, c'est une affaire, man. Je fais tout dès qu'il roule là.
Ça, c'est sur le bouton crouch? Qui caca? Il a des boutons crouch? What the shit, bro?
Mais viens là, mon toi.
The fuck?
All of his co-workers were gone. Stanley decided to go to the meeting. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
#1 dot. Number 1 dot. I like it who my boss. What? I like work. I like work. I just hate my
The healing is them, yo. Not the healing.
Oh, Microsoft background.
Teo, Marina.
Yes, good. Oh, come in. Oh, what the fuck, fail? I hate Mondays. Wow, my blow. So white of them.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Okay. What?
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
I feel like maybe on me compter un jeu là. Maybe to do. Eh, un manque tripote. Wow. Mais who the f... Okay. True. Oh, broom closet man, meneer bosses.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Voilà. Eh, qui caca.
But Stanley just couldn't do it.
What?
He considered the possibility of facing his boss. Admitting he had left his post during work hours, he might be fired for that.
Okay, maybe
And in such a competitive economy,
what a
why had he
choice-based
taken that
game,
risk?
huh?
All because he believed everyone had vanished. His boss would think he was crazy. And then something occurred to Stanley. Maybe, he thought to himself, maybe I am crazy. All of my co-workers blinking mysteriously out of existence in a single moment for no reason at all. None of it made any logical sense. And as Stanley pondered this, he began to make other strange observations. For example, why couldn't he...
What? Okay.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Bon appétit, moi, ce micro un peu là.
Merci.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
What?
Wow. Where did we?
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this. What dark secret was being held from him? What he could not have known was that the keypad behind the boss's desk guarded the terrible truth that his boss had been keeping from him. And so the boss had assigned it an extra secret PIN number. 2845. But of course, Stanley couldn't possibly have known this.
Eh, Kuma! What? Was... Oh, what?
Happened to input the correct code by sheer luck. Amazing. He stepped into the newly opened passageway.
Ouf, moi je suis guetté.
Descending deeper into the building, Stanley realized he felt a bit peculiar. It was a stirring of emotion in his chest, as though he felt more free to think for himself, to question the nature of his job. Why did he feel this now, when for years it had never occurred to him? This question would not go unanswered for long. Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility. Although this passageway had the word Escape written on it, the truth was that at the end of this hall, Stanley would meet his violent death. The door behind him was not shut. Stanley still had every opportunity to turn around and get back on track. At this point, Stanley was making a conscious, concerted effort to walk forward and willingly confront his death.
The end is never the end. What?
As the machine whirred into motion and Stanley was inched closer and closer to his demise, he reflected that his life had been of no consequence whatsoever. Stanley can't see the bigger picture. He doesn't know the real story, trapped forever in his narrow vision of what this world is. Perhaps his death was of no great loss, like plucking the eyeballs from a blind man. And so he resigned and willingly accepted this violent end to his brief and shallow life. Farewell, Stanley.
Bye-bye.
Farewell, Stanley, cried the narrator, as Stanley was led helplessly into the enormous metal jaws. In a single visceral instant, Stanley was obliterated as the machine crushed every bone in his body, killing him instantly.
The fuck?
And yet it would be just a few minutes before Stanley would restart the game, back in his office, as alive as
What
ever.
the fuck?
What did the narrator think he was going to accomplish? When
What?
every path you can walk has been created for you long in advance, death becomes meaningless, making life the same. Do you see now? Do you see that Stanley was already dead from the moment he hit start?
There are two doors. What's up there? The set of two open doors was the very first
I'm back.
place where once this room, the rest of the game emerged as an extension of it, an exploration of the contradiction this room posed. Okay. Corridor. The pacing of this opening section was important to get right. This corridor has been moved and altered to make sure the player reaches the two doors in a good time. The blueprint shows the office from the beginning of the game. The path from Stanley's office to the sections are in identity through a corridor. Yeah, what the fuck? Ah. What the fuck? What? Actually, moi, c'est celui-là. What the fuck? Team, what is... What? What
Hey,
the
get
fuck?
some Bacchus.
Hey, Koseman! C'est... il est tombé man. What the fuck? Ouais. C'est ça.
Oulaman!
PSP ça, moi là. Suicide Squad in sorties op download li. Ah. Allez! Qu'est-ce que ça fait?
Talk, please. Allô, fais attendre l'équipe là. Fais attendre l'équipe là.
Hein? Tu peux non?
Hey, Naman! Va t'en foutre, c'est vraiment.
Pas connaître, ma me fait comment je...
Oh, look at these two. How they wish to destroy one another. How they wish to control one another. How they both wish to be free. Can you see? Can you see how much they need one another? No, perhaps not. Sometimes these things cannot be seen.
Ten Shaw's headset? Knife, toi, man.
But listen to me. You can still save these two. You can
Ah,
stop the
cool,
program
so
before
what
they
the
both fail.
Man, il fait un peu
Turn
tout
off
là.
your
C'est
PlayStation.
bon.
What
There's
the
no
fuck?
way to beat this game. As long as you move forward, you'll be walking someone else's
Yeah.
only true choice. Whatever you do, choose it. Don't let time choose for you.
What? Evan!
Yan yung buglang mo. Bakit malaki yun? Ouais. Ah, bah souvent ça va. Mesti ada lagi dia. Eh. Mo man. King sniper ma.
Evan, baka mo sa mga Iron Man na. What the
All of his
fuck,
coworkers were
man?
gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the... Stanley went around touching every little thing in the office, but it didn't make a single difference. Nor did it advance the story in any way.
Vamos, mo. Ah, bye. 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 Aïe.
Man. Comment tu fais un trou, Félanger, là? Click on do. Oh, click on do 435 times. Hold ça là, hold ça là. 1, 2, 3, 4,
Oh,
5.
please. Are you really just
Oh,
doing this
you.
for the trophy?
Shut up! What the
Click the
fuck?
door 5 times? Is that all you think a trophy is worth? No,
Shut the fuck up.
I can't
Yeah,
just
so
give these
man.
merits away for such little effort. A measly 5 clicks. Now,
They
suppose you
don't
were to
do
click the door
it.
20 times. I would say
Fuck
that's the
off,
kind of effort
Spider-Man.
that warrants recognition.
Ok.
I have to say, I'm still not feeling the
Man,
satisfaction
Spike,
of
you can
witnessing
hire man
true
on
effort
Nikki
for a
Plan, man.
noble cause. Perhaps 50 clicks will do.
Wow, why
Yes,
say yes
almost
with that? What the
certainly
shit?
50 clicks.
Yeah, chimo.
What Mamu, I tell you. Man head out.
No, I'm still not feeling it. I want this trophy to have meant something. It has to be a true reward for valiant effort. I want to see some hustle, Stanley. I want to see commitment, a willingness to go all the way no matter the cost. Why don't you go put 20 clicks into door number 417?
417. 417. Where the fuck is?
Maybe number here.
Oh, great. Now, go click a few times on door 437.
What? Good man. Okay.
Excellent. I think we're getting somewhere. Now, door 415. Let's give it 10 clicks or so.
Kaka, narrator.
Yeah.
What?
No.
Now, back to door number 437.
Shut up! Shut up! Mas yeah, the fuck?
Let's see. How about you click on, well, I don't know, the copy machine?
What the fuck is that? Where the fuck is
All right,
that? Oh.
back to room 417.
Shut
I'm really feeling it
up!
now. I think we're getting somewhere.
Oh, Tuan.
Okay, now go climb on employee 419's desk.
Quanto li movesa?
Yes, this is great. You're putting it all on the line, Stanley. I like that. All right, let's keep it up. Go give me a few clicks on door 416.
The fuck?
We've almost got it.
Shut
now the
up!
Copy machine, do that one again.
Shut up!